During this video, we're going to look at the 550D. To insert the battery, open the battery door on the bottom. To insert the SD card, open the door and insert with the gold contacts facing the lens as shown. The power button is on the top, next to the mode dial. When you look through the viewfinder, if the AF points don't look sharp, adjust the dial here until you can see them clearly. For a lot of situations, the fully automatic mode, symbolised by a green rectangle, will be fine. Select this and then look through the viewfinder. Place your finger on the shutter button. The shutter button has two steps. If you hold it down halfway, the focus points in the viewfinder will light up. These indicate what the camera is focusing on. If you're not happy, you can put the camera into manual focus mode, using the switch on the side of the lens. Turning the focus ring will then allow us to focus on what we would like to. Pressing the shutter button all the way will release the shutter and take the picture. On the side of the lens there is also a stabilizer button. Use this if you're struggling to get a steady shot. There are other automatic modes for specific situations. These are flash off, automatic mode, portrait mode, landscape mode, macro mode, sports mode, nighttime mode and filming mode. Please watch my other tutorial video to learn how to film with this camera. There is a link in the description. In order to take things a step further, we also have manual modes. CA is Creative Auto Mode, which is designed to enable users to achieve good quality results without having to learn and understand the camera functions. P is an auto exposure mode which sets the aperture and shutter speed automatically. Exposure is also adjustable in this mode. TV stands for time value and gives the shutter the priority and is used mainly to adjust the shutter speed. Exposure can also be altered in TV mode. AV stands for aperture value, and this mode enables a user to set the aperture manually for creative use of depth of field. Exposure is also adjustable by pressing the AV button and turning the dial. M mode allows a user to set shutter speed and aperture manually. A-Dep Mode is a mode that sets the depth of field automatically, while exposure is also adjustable in this mode. In the manual modes we can also change the film speed by pressing the ISO button and selecting the appropriate speed. We can also adjust the white balance in these modes in order to achieve the right or wrong light source, depending on what results we are hoping for. We also have the ability to change the focus mode. One shot is best for still subjects. Once the shutter button is pressed halfway, the camera will focus. When using AI focus mode, the camera will select the appropriate mode depending on the movement of the subject. The AI servo mode is better for moving subjects, as when the shutter button is pressed halfway, the camera will focus continuously until the shutter button is pressed all the way. A useful function is the ability to select individual focus points by pressing the AF point selection button and selecting the individual point we would like the camera to focus on. In order to take more than one picture at once, we can press the drive mode button. We can select continuous shooting. This will take pictures continually while the button is pressed. Self-timer modes, where the camera will take a picture after 10 seconds or 2 seconds. And the last mode enables us to take up to 10 pictures after 10 seconds. Metering mode is the method of measuring brightness. We can adjust this by pressing menu and selecting the camera icon with 2 dots and moving down to metering mode. Evaluative metering is when the camera sets the exposure automatically. Partial metering is effective when the background is brighter than the subject we are taking pictures of. The red circle shows the general area which is weighted to achieve exposure. Spot metering is for a specific part of a subject or scene. The red circle shows where the metering is weighted to achieve exposure. Center weighted average metering is when it is weighed at the center and averaged out through the scene, and is really for advanced users. On the 550D, we can also set the exposure. To do so, press the menu button and navigate to the camera icon with 2 dots. Select AEB and press set, then make your adjustment and press set again. Other useful functions on the 550D would include the ability to alter the brightness of the display. Press menu and then move right to the spanner icon with 2 dots. Select LCD brightness by pressing set and adjust as desired. Press set to make the selection. We can also use the Liveview button to disable the viewfinder in order to use the screen for viewing purposes. If this is too dark or too bright, you will need to adjust the camera settings such as aperture, shutter speed and film speed. In order to play back images, we can press the play button. We can zoom in and out of these and cycle through the pictures. To download your pictures, connect the USB cable. Go to this PC, select Canon EOS 550D, SD, DCI-M and 100 Canon. Copy and paste the pictures to your desired location. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please subscribe and feel free to like, share, comment and watch my other videos.